Hey, Lo-Ryders, it's me, Lois. How you guys doing? I'm here on another late night. Eventually, I'll get back to recording during the day because I don't be doing nothing all day. I be on the computer listening to everybody all day. But tonight, I'm here to talk about a loser and a comment that I seen on, and I'm actually reading from my computer, so please bear with me. And it's telling me to refresh my page, so I'm not going to refresh my page because I might lose everything in my train of thought. But it's the Love and Marriage Huntsville page on Facebook. And the content creator, well, a member of the group posted something earlier today in regards to Melody Shari and a loser. Okay, and all commentary is alleged and, in my opinion, with some actual and factual. So stay low, okay? So it says Melody Rodgers is being sued by a blogger, a loser. I think most people know who he is by now. He has filed a $6,000 lawsuit against her for allegedly assassinating his character. Now, when did that happen, y'all? When did Melody Shari assassinate his character? Okay, she might have called him out on his shenanigans and his bullshit naive, but she did not assassinate his character. He assassinated his own character by showing us how unhinged he is over this woman, not allowing him to be in her clique. And that's it. Okay, he even had a sheriff serve her with the paperwork during a live stream. And she said Melody was reading off a list of content creators that a loser included in the documentation. While doing so, she tried to play the victim, saying she's going to go all the way. But the truth is both of them have done wrong. First of all, when has she ever played victim? I don't remember Melody Shari playing victim anywhere, anytime, anyhow. Maybe in her sleep she did it and nobody saw it. It was in a dream, or maybe it was in one of your dreams. But it didn't happen on Love and Marriage Huntsville. It didn't happen in these YouTube streets. I have not seen her play victim. I heard her call people out on their bullshit naive. Whenever they do something to her or against her, she just calls it out. That's not playing victim. That's calling a motherfucker out. Okay? You call a motherfucker out. If he talk about you, I'm going to talk too. But everything I say is going to be the truth. Okay? And I don't have to do all that name calling and stuff to call you out. Best believe. Okay, and it says, a loser has a long track record of harassing Melody. He made disturbing allegations about her being victimized as a child, alleged, and in my opinion with some actual and factual, but I'm actually reading this. And he's repeated them publicly after getting them from Martell and his mistress, Ariane. If Martell really shared personal and traumatic details about Melody's past, that's absolutely disgustingly evil. And we've said that for eons. We have been saying that for the last 675 years. What he's doing is diabolical. I mean, these are the mother of your children, and you have 3 daughters. What man wants his daughters to go through or witness their mother experiencing the allegations and the disrespect and the abuse and everything else that he's displayed against her, their mama, Melody Shari, or it happened to them when they become older? Because you're not going to be able to say nothing when they get older, and if, God forbid, it happens to them. I don't think it will, but I'm just saying if. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. But if it happened to them when they got older, what exactly are you going to do? What are you going to do? Explain that to me like I'm two. I need to understand, what are you going to do? Because you're not going to do nothing, because your daughters are not going to believe you. They're not going to say, well, I'm going to my dad and tell my dad what's going on, because they're watching you now and how you treat their mommy. Okay? Okay. And then that was Melody's trauma to share, if true, not his and not Ariane's. Melody definitely has a counter suitcase that's bigger than a loser. Okay, he's been antagonistic for months, making fun of Melody's body, calling her little buddy, mocking her appearance by saying she looks like a mother of a church band. He's allowed his fans to come on his channel and bully her mother, Miss Vanessa, Miss Van. He also admitted to speaking with Martell and the mistress and releasing private information out of spite. That's not someone who gets to claim he's being bullied. He was actively participating in the bullying. And that's absolutely right. So how are you claiming she has assassinated her character all at the same time while you're literally and publicly and verbally assassinating her character? A loser. Explain it to me like I'm two, okay? Oh, and that said, Melody hasn't been innocent either. And mind you, this is from this content creator. I'm not going to call her name out. It is on the YouTube, like I said, not the YouTube, the Facebook page. So you guys can look at it. But she said Melody hasn't been innocent either. She weaponized her fan base. Never, ever has she weaponized me. And I've been a millimeter long before there was a millimeter. Because remember, I started out as a millimeter. Because that's what I call myself, a millimeter. Okay? And then Melody Shari came up with the name millimeters. But I was already a millimeter. And she has never told me to ride or do nothing negative or to hurt anyone's channel, their personality, their being, or anything. I was one of the ones that said, stay ready, okay? We ride at dawn and all that other stuff. I'm still saying that, okay? Okay? So, and then she says that she weaponized her fan base, encouraged pylons, and now she's trying to pull other content creators into her personal fight. Let's be real clear. Miss Whatchamacallit on Facebook. She not pulling nobody into anything because a loser included him in it. And with the documentation that she sent to Melody Shari, it had their names on it. So she already knew who it was. So what is it you talking about? You need to get your facts before you come on the internet and just misrepresent, okay? And then she said, let's be real, she's not genuinely pro these creators. She's using their names to rally support to drag a loser. The strategy isn't smart and it's not fair to the creators being name dropped. First of all, the creators that are being name dropped already know because they received their documentation as well. If you paid attention or if you've been looking, you're in this one group and you don't actually know what's going on. Do you really look at what's going on YouTube or anywhere else to find out what actually and factually is going on? Or are you just making it up as you go? Okay? And then she says, honestly, neither a loser or Melody, she said nor, Melody is fully likable in this scenario. Who told you that? Who said that? Did you say? Because first of all, we did not lose our like for her or our love for Melody Shari. There's a lot of things that she has gone through that we have been there to support. Now, if she does something we don't like, we can call her out on it. Okay, let's be real clear about that and say, baby, we didn't like when you did that, but you know you still that girl. You still that girl, okay? We still riding, because if I have a friend or somebody that I adore or appreciate and I can't call them out on their bad behavior, then we can't have a relationship. It's just that simple. And she does not give us a hard time. She does not tell us to ride at dawn. She does not tell us to do anything. If anything, she'll tell us to fall back. Stand down. Fall back, y'all. Stand down. I got this. I don't need you all pumped up getting in trouble because I got this. Okay? So get your shiznai correct, ma'am. Okay, and then she said they both have crossed lines. If Melody is serious, she needs to countersue and take her evidence to court, not social media. This whole situation has gone too far, and it's time both of them stop using personal trauma and fan manipulation for content and clout. I don't think that's what it's for. She was on there on the internet, on YouTube, doing her own personal video about her business. Okay, when she received documentation about this legal action being taken against her by a loser. Okay. And she's not drawing us into anything. She's just actually and factually telling us what's going on, which is what she's been doing since day one, since we first met her on Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 1, episode 1. She's been letting us know what's going on. So I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. And she goes on to say that a loser never should have sued or you took legal action against Melody because he's not a victim. No, he's not. He's the biggest bully on the block. He's nasty. He's vulgar. I'm telling you, because when the dude tried to strike my channel last year and I got all my ducks in a row, and because the police department's right up the street from me, let's be real clear. And I contacted Captain Carpenter and let him know what was up and what type of character this A-loser was. He literally went to his site at that time and took down information in regards to the nasty, vulgar commentary that this man was putting out, not just against Melody, but black women in general. Okay? And said a loser should never even sue because he's not a victim, and the judge is going to see right through him and his nonsense. Okay? He's a nasty man who bullies women, especially black women, because he thinks that they won't fight back, and he thinks because he's a man that that's what he's supposed to do. I don't know what the flippin' dip he thinks, but this is what's been happening. Okay, and I guarantee you no judge or court of law is going to make Melody pay a loser $6,000 once they hear how he played recordings with no receipts to back it up, accusing Melody of doing inappropriate things in front of her children and stating she was victimized as a child, and then laughed at it in one of his videos he did with another content creator who's not a fan of Melody. A loser, please, honey, you have no dog in this fight. Okay, and then at the end she said, you see how unbiased I can be? I'm a very fair person when I assess things, but yet and still she did say Melody Shari did some things wrong and boopity boppity bam, when she probably doesn't even completely follow the show. Because first of all, you got to separate what happens on the show and in Melody's personal life with her ex-husband Martell Holt from what's going on online in a loser's YouTube corner, okay? Because he's just a vulgar human being, period. And he's been nastily attacking this woman for no reason. It's like he wakes up and breathes, I'm spitting, like he breathes evil. That's what he wants to be. When it comes to Melody Shari, he just wants to be evil for absolutely no reason. But then, I want to talk about God. Shut the up, boy. Because that's what you act like, a boy. You act like a boy. She said no. Okay, you can be told no. It reminds me so much of a lot of brothers that walk around and they ask for information from a woman and she says no, and all of a sudden she a bitch, she a whore, she a this, she a that. And even some violence has been known to happen. And that's what it seems like is going on with you, a loser. That you couldn't take that Melody Shari told you no. So you decided you're going to go on a full-out attack, forgetting that a lot of people have your information. I see that you scrubbed your website or your YouTube page because you think that they're not going to be able to find this stuff. But everything, everything can be found. And best believe, if they see the stuff that you did against her, not only will you lose this case, you're probably going to end up paying her. Okay? Lo-Ryders, that's all I got to say on this subject because I'm so sick of a loser and his nonsense. Now he trying to pretend he doing something else and he's stepping out of the reality show reign or whatever, ring, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe him. I'm not going to believe it until I see it 20 years from now because I just feel he's the type of dude that will jump back in. Or he'll do some subtleties and pump up Miss Crybaby Entrepreneur. You know, that one with that body butter that people be saying be stinging their skin and has mold on it and all that. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Don't want to call her name either because he swear he owned her. Okay? Excuse me. So please get down in these comments. Let me know what you think. Let's have a conversation about it. Don't forget to send this video to your friends, your families, your enemies, and tell them Lo-Ryders sent you and to stay low. Peace. Mwah. I'm out.